Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning, it's time to have some fun. Good morning, friends. We are here on a snowy day today, and we're going to learn all about the snow. We're going to learn about where the animals go in the snow, if they live above the snow or beneath the snow, or maybe just go away for the whole winter. So come and join me for a book about animals in the snow called Over and Under the Snow, and then we'll explore all those different animals together. Over and Under the Snow by Kate Messner with art by Christopher Silas Neal. Over the snow I glide into woods frosted, fresh and white. Over the snow a flash of fur, a red squirrel disappears down a crack. Where did he go? Under the snow, Dad says. Under the snow is a whole secret kingdom where the smallest forest animals stay safe and warm. You are skiing over them now. Over the snow I glide, past beech trees rattling leftover leaves and strong silent pines that stretch to the sky. On a high branch, a great horned owl keeps watch. Under the snow, a tiny shrew dodges columns of ice. It follows a cool tunnel along the moss, out of sight. Look, Dad says, tracks. Tracks always tell a story. Over the snow, a deer has crossed our path. Deep hoof prints punch through the crust up the hill, under the tree. An oval of melted snow tells the story of a good night's sleep. Under the snow, deer mice doze. They huddle up, cuddle up against the cold in a nest of feathers and fur. Over the snow I climb, digging in my edges so I don't slide back down. Under the snow, voles scratch through slippery tunnels, searching for morsels from summer feasts. Over the snow I swoosh down, down, faster, faster, down, faster, faster, whoops! Under the snow, a snowshoe hare watches from the shelter of a spruce. Almost invisible, she smooths her fur, a coat of winter white. Over the snow I glide past reeds where tadpoles played tag in springtime. Under the snow, fat bullfrogs snooze. They dream of sun-warmed days back when they had tails. Over the snow, stop, a sound. We stand like statues carved in ice till a bushy-tailed fox steps from a thicket, tips his ear to the ground, listens, listens, listens still, and leaps out onto the snow after an invisible dinner. His paws scratch away to find the mouse he heard scritch, scritch, scratching along underneath, under the snow. Over the snow I glide. A full moon lights my path to supper. Under the snow, a chipmunk wakes for a meal. Bedroom, kitchen, hallway, his house under my feet. Over the snow, I climb one last hill. Bonfire smoke rises, warm hands, hot cocoa, hot dogs sizzling on pointed sticks. Under the snow, a black bear snores, still full of October blueberries and trout. Over the snow, the fire crackles and sparks shoot up to the stars. I lick sticky marshmallow from my lips and lean back with heavy eyes. Shadows dance in the flames. Under the snow, a queen bumblebee drowses away December all alone. She'll rule a new colony in spring. Over the snow I glide home on tired legs. Clouds whisper down feathery soft flakes. Under the covers I snuggle deep and drift into dreams of cuddling deer mice and slumbering frogs, hungry beavers and tunneling voles, drowsy bears and busy squirrels, and a secret kingdom under the snow.
Snow is like a magical blanket that covers the ground and gives all of the animals a way to stay warm against the cold, cold air. Some animals live above the snow and have different ways of dealing with the cold air, but many animals live beneath the snow, and the snow is what helps to keep them warm. Some animals also use the trees to help them stay warm as well. So the snow acts like an extra blanket over the tops of the trees to keep them protected from the wind and the cold. But there are some animals that just can't stand to be here when it's cold, like the geese. They fly south or migrate when it gets too cold because the water where they live freezes. Or like the robin, because the robin can't find the worms that it eats underneath the snow, so it flies south or migrates as well. Some animals can't migrate though, so they spend their time underneath the ground, and they do a very strange thing, like this woodchuck does. They hibernate. Hibernating is where their bodies completely shut down so that they barely have a heartbeat, they are hardly breathing at all, and their body temperature becomes very, very cold. They don't move all winter long once they bring themselves down underneath the ground. Turtles hibernate too. They do something called torpor, and they'll bury themselves underneath the ground in the water. Frogs will do the same thing. They will find the softest mud to go underneath the water and bury themselves in the mud until the warm spring sun shines down on the water and warms it back up enough for them to get active again. Animals like the raccoon are dormant in the winter, so they only find their food on the warm days and hide and sleep on the cold days. Chipmunks hide underneath the ground all winter long and eat the food that they've stored in their tunnels under the ground, under the snow. But there are some animals that just have to deal with being active in the snow. Those animals either live above the snow or beneath the snow. Either way, they have to find ways to help them to survive, just like the squirrel. The squirrel lives above the snow, but his food is beneath the snow. So in order to find his food, he has to dig a hole in the snow to reach down to the ground where he's buried all of his acorns. He's not always successful, and sometimes he forgets where he put his acorns. Other animals, like the owl, lives above the snow looking for the animals that hide beneath the snow. So the owl spends its time looking on the ground for the animals that hide in the tunnels underneath the ground and underneath the snow. Animals like moles and ground squirrels and mice have to be very quick and very careful to hide in the holes and the tunnels that they create in the snow and underneath the snow, because there are a lot of other animals that live live above the snow that look for those animals to eat, like this fox. The red fox spends a lot of its time searching for the animals underneath the snow. The red fox uses its sense of smell to find the animals hiding beneath the snow. Other animals like this rabbit are too big to hide beneath the snow, so they have to find other hiding spots that are above the snow. This rabbit has found a hiding spot in some branches from a shrub. Rabbits use shrubs to hide from other animals that might eat them, like the coyote. Coyotes track animals like the rabbit or deer by using their sense of smell to follow the tracks that the animals have left. Deer have a very hard time hiding from animals like coyotes, so they're often on the move. They don't rest for more than 3 hours at a time because they have to keep moving so that they don't get discovered by a coyote. Other animals, like the eagle that are active above the snow, have to find their food beneath the water, not the snow. So they have to go to places where the water stays open and they can find their fish in the open water. So just like some animals live above the snow or below the snow, other animals live above the ice or below the ice. The ducks you see live above the ice, but animals like beavers live below the ice when the ice freezes, and they stay inside of their lodge all winter long. Whether it's ice or snow, animals have to work very hard to survive in the winter.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, goodbye, we sure did have some fun. I hope you enjoyed learning all about where the animals go when it snows. And now that we have all this wonderful snow, make sure to get outside and explore. Have a great day. See you next time.